what it was. Y'all know who it is. And you tuned in with Priceless Knowledge itself. And I figured I'd put y'all down with a little more cosmic insight this afternoon. And say, man, here we are. We ain't got to the last and final sign in this Moon in the Sign series. And it's been a pleasure bringing this to y'all, man. And there's so much more we got coming, man. But in this case, what's first sometimes must be last. And that's what it is this time. Because this right here, this is a little something about those people that have the moon in Aries in their natal chart. And before we even get to them, you already know, I'm going to give y'all a little bit about the moon in astrology. And I'll also give y'all a little bit about the sign of Aries in astrology, this cardinal fire. And with that being said, man, it ain't nothing to it but to do it. So, what is the moon? The moon is the closest celestial body in relation to Earth in the whole entire solar system. So, it has the strongest effect on our moon and personality on a day-to-day basis. It rules the fourth house and the sign of Cancer. And, the moon is about how we feel. It's about our instinctive awareness, our emotional nature. It's what you are internally, who you are internally, how you see you. It's who you are before you put your mask on, which is kind of what the rising sign is. You know how the earth controls, how the moon, controls the earth's tides, and the earth is 65 to 70% water. Well, as I told y'all earlier, your body is 65 to 70% fluid also. So the moon is always tugging on those emotions. You dig? It can represent the relationship we have with our mother or the lack thereof. The rising sign, that's kind of how you appear to others. And it's the vehicle that you use to get to the sun sign, which is the spirit and how others see you and kind of who you are as a whole. But the moon sign, that's who you are inside, man. It's how you feel. It's about your emotions. In Vedic astrology, they say it's about the mind. But like I said, man, it's about those internalizations. And so, what is the sign of Aries, huh? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It rules over the first house. It's ruled by Mars and it rules over the head. Its symbol is the ram and its mantra is I am. And this is cardinal fire, y'all. For real. And this energy likes to be first in all things. Aries is the leader of the pack, and it's always first in line to get shit cracking, cuz. But actually seeing shit through to completion, not so much. This energy prefers to initiate rather than complete. It's all about rallying the troops and running headfirst into battle. Aries oozes personal magnetism. It isn't shy or timid, and it's pretty much bolded in your grill. It's pioneering in the epitome of strength and competitiveness. Wherever Aries shows up in the chart, it brings a jolt of energy and dynamism, and it can really bring about the dawning of a new day if you allow it to. Yeah, this is called a war type energy. It's confrontational. So, what about these people that are born with Mars and Aries in their natal chart, huh? You know that song by Michael Jackson? You want to be starting something, gonna be starting something, wanna be starting something. Yeah, that's them. These are extremely active people with the soul of a true go-getter, man. If they want it, they want it now. And subsequently, they'll put that head down and get that shit, period. That's pretty much how it goes. Not only that, these people's heart, it knows no fear. It really doesn't. And they usually are born with the warrior soul. Tupac Shakur, man, that Gemini mouth, it says so many amazing things. But that Aries moon, it made that man about that shit. And don't never think that Pac wasn't about that shit, because he was about that shit, I promise you. He was so much about that shit that I've heard Mike Tyson say that Pac's presence made him uneasy. And, that's kind of what it is, man. That's kind of what it was. Cause this placement is all about emotional independence. And they're not going to respond well to any motherfucker trying to tell them what the fuck they can and won't do, or what they can and can't do. It's liable to get you punched in your shit. Real talk. Moon and Aries motherfuckers are going to be the quickest to react to. So that's definitely going to present some issues for motherfuckers that just be talking just to talk. Because, they don't never do anything talking just to talk. If they say it, they mean it. If they say they going to do it, they probably going to do it. Matter of fact, they are going to do it. So if they say, hey man, leave me alone before I slap the shit out of you, back up, because they probably finna slap the shit out of your ass. Real motherfucking spit. They're passionate as fuck, and they get their feelings hurt pretty easily, but they're also some of the most forgiving people that, so that's a double-edged sword that has a positive aspect to it when you fucking with her. So understand that. You might get into it with them. Matter of fact, you probably are going to get into it with them because they're confrontational. That's how they deal with things. But they also respect pushback. So once it's over with and their confrontation and roles have been established, or the pecking order has been established, or it's been established that neither one of y'all are going to tolerate no disrespect, it's cool with them. And y'all be able to function with each other. And there'll always be that line because they do respect. And they respect confrontation. So stand up for yourself when you fucking with her. That's just a little news you can use, you dig? On a different level, these typically ain't sentimental type motherfuckers either. So much so that a lot of them kind of actually get uncomfortable with that shit. And it just seems weak to them, in a way that, that innate warrior quality that they have is usually going to make them pretty direct in everything they do too. So, it could be a rough hand to deal with. They can be abrasive, but you could also embrace it and understand that they're going to keep it true with you no matter what. Just don't be coming up hugging, trying to kiss and all that shit, unless you're trying to do some freaky shit with them, because they about that. They about that action. Just like with Aries Mars, just like with Aries Sun, these people are about that action. They go-getters. They'll come get you. So when I think about the relationship with Aries moons and their mom, their mothers probably had them constantly active in sports because they were probably a very active child with just this abundant energy, and it's confrontational and it's aggressive. Or, even their mom had them always busy with chores and shit, probably because she was pretty busy herself. Or, the mother probably may have had a lot of Aries qualities in the way that she put a lot of focus on herself, or was so motherfucking busy herself that the child learned how to fend for themselves in most things, man. And, maybe even the mother could have been so kind of busy that she kind of just told the kid here and gave them what the fuck they wanted whenever the fuck they wanted it. You know what I mean? Like, here, man, go on, go play. You know what I'm saying? Or even to the fact that if they came up and asked their mama for some shit, their mama was like, if you want that shit, go out there and get it. You see what I'm doing in here. I'm busy. If you want it, go get it. And so, whatever the fuck happened, it manifests in this individual who really internally knows how to take charge and get what the fuck they want as soon as the fuck they want it. And, whatever their heart desires, their soul is driven because their mama was very dominant and assertive, and so are they. And I will say this, they learned to respect physicality in a way that a lot of people don't, because they probably had the type of mama that if they disrespected, if they did something wrong, it wasn't no delay. She on that ass like stank on shit. And hey, it made them respect that in a way. And after they got their ass whooped, they was over it. But moving on, these motherfuckers here are typically the type to call a spade and are largely, sufficient on emotion. They're largely independently sufficient on emotional levels, man. And they want to fuck with people who are the same way. Their ability to marshal their energies is something to marvel at, for real. I can say that because they have the capacity to draw what they need from their inner resources on an instinctive level, meaning when they identify something that they desire, they're able to pursue it with an almost military-like precision. No matter what potential distractions may be present, they have the internal drive and will to persevere and can do shit, you know what I'm saying? And can't nobody do shit but respect that militant soul that they have, pardon me. Because if you don't, they don't give a fuck anyway. They running right through you anyway. Nothing stands in their way. This is an unstoppable force. Taurus, that could be an immovable object, you know, but this is an unstoppable force, man. Real talk. And if you catch one of these motherfuckers that are uninvolved, pardon me, or having a bad day, you know what I'm saying? You're running into bad news personified, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm talking about the most aggressive, confrontational, mean motherfuckers. And they will trip the fuck out over nothing. And, you know, it's a lot to deal with. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, they have a warrior's heart, man. And so they're going to get past the point of talking faster than anybody else. When you doing all that bumping, they ready to do some thumping. You dig? Better be with it. In a high vibration, no, man, these are amazing leaders and people who lead by their actions too. I can say that. They're catalysts and warriors, and their hearts are so motherfucking full of love that fear just don't have no room there. And that's where that comes from. You know what I'm saying? And my advice for y'all Aries moons is to find some outlet for all that motherfucking aggression, cause ain't nobody trying to see that God of War in the motherfucking Chick-fil-A drive-thru, man, cause they done forgot one of y'all's orders of waffle fries. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop showing your ass. Just stop, man. You wasting your energy on bullshit when you could be leading us into a brighter day. Okay? But y'all ain't gonna listen to me. You don't like to be told what to do. Especially not by no Pisces, no Cancer, Sun. You know. Y'all think y'all got it all figured out up here, but that's all right, man. One day you'll realize that just because you build like that, don't mean you have to build like that. And in realizing that, you'll realize that that's some priceless knowledge in itself. So, hey, this has been some priceless knowledge of self. And if y'all fucking with me, please, I said please, please like, share, and subscribe. And hey, man, hit that like button. Let me get out there and help somebody that wants to be helped, man. If you ain't fucking with me like that, and you just, you know, fucking with me on surface level, because it's way deeper than that. I'm trying to help people for real, man. And we're going to go further. This concludes the Moon and the Sign series. Hey, pretty soon we're going to talk about the nodes, man. We're going to talk about the moon in the houses. We're going to talk about the moon and the rising mixes. We got a lot coming up, man. So understand, man, I'm with you to the end. If you're interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, you can whether. I can't talk today. Whatsoever, man. You can either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Okay? And that's in Western or Vedic. And hey, I can give you a full numerology reading that'll really give you some insight into some past life shit and all kinds of things, man. I think I'm going to start putting out some trip reports because I done had some really crazy psychedelic experiences that have even been spiritual experiences. And I think that might be interesting, man. We're going to go everywhere, man. Stay tuned in, man. And until next time, man, understand, I'm still struggling to change. And I'm going to keep it real until you see me again. And then after that, I'm still keeping it real all the way. Y'all have a good day.